Hello there, my name is Bilerson Renaldo Wenda, and in this video I'm gonna talking about two poems from Oscar Wilde. Yes, two. The first one is The Disciple and the second The Master. Okay, first I'm gonna read it one by one. Hope you guys enjoy it. Okay. uh, The Disciple. When Narcissus died, the pool of his pleasure changed from a cup of sweet waters into a cup of salt tears, and the Oread came weeping through the woodland that they might sing to the pole and give it comfort. And when they saw that the pole had changed from a cup of sweet waters into a cup of salt tears, they loosed the green tresses of their hair, and cried to the pole and said, "We do not wonder that we sold more on him, more in this manner of Narcissus. So beautiful was he." "But was Narcissus beautiful?" said the pole. "Who should know that better than you?" answered the Oryx. "As did he ever pass by, but you he saw for, and will lie on your banks and look down at you, and the mirror of your waters he will mirror his own beauty." And the pole answered, "But I love Narcissus because, as he lay on my banks and looked down at me, in the mirror of his eyes, I saw even my own beauty mirrored." Okay, before I continue to the second poem, I will share my opinion about The Disciple. I think The Disciple is talking about, it's speaking about relationship. Yes, relationship. It's kinda a friends relationship between Narcissus and the pole, or maybe not. Narcissus was live in the no, I'm sorry. Narcissus was the mythology of Crete. He was a hunter, and he's very famous because of his beautiness, and that's also the reason why people love him, and also he loves himself because of his beautiness. He became so narcissism, and maybe that's why the reason why he always came to the same place. He always came to the pole. Yes, he always came that he always came there because on that place, on that pole, he can mirror his own beauty. He can see how beauty are he. But the fun fact is, the pole never realized the pole never realized the beautiful the pole never realized Narcissus was a beautiful man. He never know that. He never knew that. The reason why he loved Narcissus because when Narcissus mirror him, when Narcissus mirror his beautiness, it reflect also the pole beautiness. Yes. In other words, the pool can also show here. The pool can also show it mirror. It reflects its beautiness. I think it's kinda I don't know how to talk in, so I'm sorry. But I find something really interesting on this poem because maybe they never knew each other. Yes, they never knew each other. Narcissus was came to the place for mirroring himself, and also the pool also do the same thing. But that was the beautiness. I mean, uh, both of them has a different, yes, both of them has a different reason why they love each other. It's kind of rare, right? But yeah, I think love is mysterious. It always has a way. It always has it always has his own way. Yes, love is like that. And also I'm gonna continue with the master. I'm gonna read it first. The master. Now, when the darkness came over the earth, Joseph of Arimathea, having lighted a torch of pine wood, passed it down from the hill into the valley. For he had business in his own home. And kneeling on the flintstone of valley of desolation, he saw a young man who was naked and weeping. His hair was the color of honey, and his body was as a white flower. But he had wounded his body with the thorns, and on his hair had he set ashes as a crown. And he who had great possessions said to the young man who was naked and weeping, I do not wonder that his sorrow is so great, for surely he was a man. And the young man answered, It is not, it is not for him that I am weeping, but for myself. I too have changed water into wine, and I have healed the leper, and given sight to the blind. I have walked upon the waters, and from the dwellers in the tombs I have cast out devils. I have fed the hungry in the desert where there was no food, and I have raised the dead from their narrow houses. And at my bidding, and before a great multitude of people, a barren fig tree withered away. All things that this man has done, I have done also, and yet they have not crucified me. Okay, the second poem is talking, yes, it's also talking the same thing about a relationship, but it's not a friendship relation. It's more kinda the master with the disciple. Yes, Joseph of Arimathea is one of the disciple of Jesus. Yes, and I think the young man in this poem is meant to be Jesus. Joseph of Arimathea. Yes, Joseph of Arimathea was lived in the first century AD. His name was recorded at his name was recorded in the four Gospels in the Christian Bibles. In the new in the new temptation. I'm sorry. I'm gonna okay. My conclusion is these two stories. These two poems are talking about a relationship, but is the first one talking about a friendship relation. The second, the second one is talking about the relationship between the master and the disciple. Yes, I think the connect the yes I think the connecting between these two the connecting between these two poems are relation. Okay, maybe that's all. I'm sorry. Maybe that's all that I can share with you on this podcast. I'm sorry because I'm so nervous right now. Okay, before closing this podcast, I like to say something. It's a quote. It's a quote from Oscar Wilde. Oscar Wilde once said that you don't love someone by it looks. I'm sorry. You don't love someone by their looks, or their clothes, or for their fancy car. You love someone because when he's sing a song, only you can hear it. Yes, I think that quote is very perfect for these stories. I mean for this poem. Yes. Joseph of Arimathea was Joseph of Arimathea was the man who responsibility uh, the of the birth of Jesus' body. When Jesus crucified himself, Joseph of Arimathea was the man who birthed his body. Maybe he done that because the love between he and the Jesus. Yes. In other words, the love between the master and the disciple. And like the first stories, it's the love between the Narcissus and the Paul. Yes, both of them talks about a relationship. That's why they are connected. Okay, maybe that's all. Okay, thank you for watching. See ya.